Oh, 16th. Yo. So today has, I won't even, after I say it this one time, I won't bring up square roots anymore at all. That's for Monday. So today I say we're practicing this little skill that enables us to get through the first step of solving the level two equations. So this is what you're going to be doing all day. Problems like this. Right, I know. And so let's talk first about the answer that gets you sent to the principal's office. So let me put it up there. I'll take one for the team. And this is the only time you don't get sent to the principal's office for putting this answer there. That's the worst answer right there. That any math teacher in America would tell you, we would rather you show up at our house and like kick our dog than give us that as an answer. Like we find this answer to be more egregious and hurtful and offensive than just about anything else. So there, I did it once. You're never allowed to do it again. If it were that easy, I certainly wouldn't be spending a day on this. So I'm going to show you a couple of different options for how to get the right answer to a problem like this. Option one is the one that I don't want to do today, but I do understand that some of you might always revert back to this. So what does it mean to square something? Yeah, it means to multiply it by itself. It literally means to multiply it by itself. The pronoun it in this case refers to x plus 5. So if someone said, I need you to multiply x plus 5 by himself, what's stopping me from writing it out like this? Nothing. And this is something we did back in the first semester where we practiced with polynomials, where do you guys remember these problems where we had to like multiply, and there might have been like 2 in the first one, like 3 in the second one? Yeah, don't you? And then just you connect you connect everybody with everybody, right? Some people call it FOIL. Have you ever heard me say FOIL before? First, outer, inner, last, right? So some people remember that little acronym. It's like one of the few things a lot of people remember about high school math, quite frankly, is FOIL. So foiling looks like this. And again, this is not what I'm teaching you today. I just want to remind you that if what I teach you today doesn't go well, you can always fall back on this. So here goes. X times x is x squared. And I'm going to keep changing colors. X times 5 is 5x. Very good. And 5 times x is, and then 5 times 5 is, or 25. I'm going to go with 25. It's all good. So there are my 4 color-coded answers. And then, of course, we would combine like terms, and we're going to get x squared plus 10x plus 25. So if you feel today when I give you the worksheet like you want to do every problem like that, you may. Just going to try to show you a better way here. So there it is. That's the fallback method. This lesson confused me. I'm going to do them like that method. Now let's look at method B, the better method. And I have a name for this. It's not really a name. It's not very exciting at all, but I would constantly, you'll hear me using these words, and I want you to get used to this as well. So we're going to use a little technique called square, multiply, double. I don't know how many times I've said that this year, but it's got to have been in the hundreds, higher end of the hundreds. Since I'm recording, I'm not going to use names, but if by chance you're distracted by a cell phone right now, you need to know that you're on pretty dangerous ground there. Got to make better choices than that. This job's hard enough when you are paying attention. So this is how quickly this can go once you master the fine art of square, multiply, double. So what you do is you think about your binomial. Let me go back and just put a big yellow box around the original problem. So let's go back and focus. This is the problem we want to do, except we want to do it again, quicker. So what we do is we take the first item in the parentheses, his name is x, and we square it. What do we get? You get x squared, and you write that down. And then you can check the first word off your list. So 1 down, 3 to go. The next thing we do is we take the second item in our parentheses, which is a 5, and we square it, and what do we get? Now notice I'm going to leave a space before I put the plus 25. I can check square square off my list. So square square literally means to square the first guy, square the second guy. But when you get their answers, leave a little space in between. And this multiply double is actually kind of like one step. It's kind of a quick boom, boom kind of thing. So when I say to multiply, what I mean is this. You take your two items in your parentheses, their names are X and 5, and you multiply them together. What do you get?
5.
Double that. What do you get? Stick that in the middle, and you're done.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, I tend not to say the abbreviation because someone will make a joke about it. Like you'll see what I mean. So, but you said it now, so yeah. I tend to keep with the square multiply double. So. We're gonna do it at least one more time. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm glad that good. Okay, so let's head on and try again. This time, let's keep it simple. Let's do y minus 10 squared. Let me tell you the part that no one ever misses. You don't want to be the first kid to come along and say, hey, I'm going to be the first one to miss this part. So when I take the y and I square it, I get y squared. When I take the negative 10 and square it, I get 100.
You're never going to have a negative.
Good answer, Brandon. And that's a really, really important observation. That the first thing in your answer is never going to have a negative, and the second thing in your answer is never going to have a negative because you're squaring stuff, right? And squaring stuff, no matter what you square, it always comes out positive, right? So I say no one ever misses this part. It's this next part. What's going to go in the middle? Negative 20y. Done. I'll show you. So the items inside the parentheses, there are two guys inside the parentheses. Their names are y, bless you. And again, their names are y and negative 10. Are you with me on that, Kobe? If I were to multiply red by blue, just straight up multiply them together, what would I get? Double that. So that's where the multiply double kind of gets its name, is we multiply the items together and then we double the result. You're going to be doing this at the beginning of literally every single problem on Monday. And that's why I don't want to spend time. I want today to be the day where we ask questions about how did you get that? How did you get that? How did you get that? So that on Monday, we don't have to talk about it again. All right, let's make it a little bit more difficult. So it's important that you identify your cast of characters. The first dude in the parentheses is like, hey, my name's 4. And the second dude is like, hi, my name's negative 3x. And so now we have our cast of characters. So square, square, multiply, double. So what is 4 squared? So I'm going to pop down a 16, 1 down. What is negative 3x squared? Positive 9x squared. Whole bunch of math going on there. We had to make it positive. We had to make 3 squared into 9. It's okay. And we had to put the x with an exponent of 2. Sage has noticed, and others of you might have noticed, that it's backwards, but that's not a bad kind of backwards. It's just a sometimes things don't come at us the same way kind of way. So I did this on purpose. And I think you'll see a bunch in the assignment. It's fine. As long as by flip them, you didn't mean this, did you?
No.
Okay, good. Yeah, boy, good. Yeah, so if you want to, like if you're just hell-bent on I always want my x first, I'm okay with that. But you'd have to do the negative 3x and then the positive 4. If that is more comfortable for you, you're welcome to do that. Yeah, we'll get the same answer. So again, no, it's usually not the square part that we talk about. Like that's the ho-hum for me. It's this middle. What is red times blue? It is negative 12x. Double that. Negative 24x. Right. What's up? double times 2. Square, square, multiply, double. There's a little rhyme. Square, square, multiply, double, or else you're going to get in trouble. Yeah, okay, that's not really, I made that up, but it's good. I don't mean to burst your bubble, but you better square, square, multiply, double, or else you'll wind up in a pile of rubble. I should. My name would be Swaggy A. How are we feeling? Scale of 1 to 10. 1 is no idea. 10 is I got it. 7.5. Let's do 2 more, and then we'll be done. All right, here we go. Let's do 5x minus 1 squared. And I hope you're embracing the short method, and I don't really want to see you writing all these out. I mean, what a shame. So here we go. Square 25 x squared. Good. Other square plus 1. Notice the nice space in the middle. So that's the squaring and the squaring. Now, if you multiply red guy by blue guy.
You gonna do a delta math on this?
No, it's on paper. Delta's offering on this is a bit meager. I tried. Say this is just how every problem will start, and it would be a real dream to be able to just teach a lesson on radical equations and not have the whole lesson be about how did you get that 4x. It's like, well, I multiplied. Yeah, we did, and we didn't spend a lot of time really fixating on the square, square, multiply, double, but now we're going to. So, but yes, you've definitely done polynomial stuff. So, Colby, are you still at a 7.5? You better. All right, you guys ready to rock your worksheet? How long should one of these take?
5 minutes,
30 seconds per problem. And there's 30 problems. So even if you're the world's slowest mathematician, you're still done 5 minutes before the end of class. I was gonna go more. Yeah. Whoops, I should stop my recording. I know, I'm about to stop right now.